Hello, friend. Welcome back to the weekly live series from Lawyers Design School, Legal Design Thinking in Real Life. My name is Hannele and I'm the founder and CEO of Lawyers Design School, and I'm on a mission to transform legal space with the help of human-centered design, better known as legal design. I'm teaching you how to add a creative and human touch to your everyday work so that you can become the lawyer your clients and the world needs you to be. Today, it will be an interesting day because I'm going to address the elephant in the room when it comes to contract design. Who can do it? Do you have what it takes to learn contract design? And this is actually the most common question I get from lawyers about contract design. It is whether or not they are actually capable of learn to do it. They say, I'm not a designer. Do I really have what it takes to learn contract design? Is that something that resonates with you? Is that something that you are wondering too? Because if it is, this is good news because this is a session for you, and I'm glad you're watching this. We're going to approach this topic with a sprinkle of self-awareness. Many times, if you're hesitant or unsure about the path or a decision, getting clear on your goals and aspirations for your future self helps. So if you are wondering, are you the type of lawyer who does contract design? Do you want to be that type? Let's find out. First, let's talk about who can do contract design. Is that something that only professional designers can and should do? It is not. Also, lawyers can do contract design. And by contract design, I mean structuring and presenting contracts in a new way using new contract architecture, plain language, and visual elements. If you want to dig deeper on what is contract design, go watch the episode number 23 of Legal Design Thinking in Real Life. I will explain there all about it. But getting back to this belief that only professionals can actually do contract design is based on few misunderstandings. The first misunderstanding is that contract design is only about making contracts look pretty. The second misunderstanding is that the contract design is about drawing and putting images in contracts. And thirdly, that contract design equals graphic design for contracts. Now, if you don't have a graphic designer in your company, you may want to use a professional designer at some point of the journey to take your new designs to a next level or polish them. Then if you do have a graphic designer in your company, that's good news because then you can go on and create a team and start exploring together how you can do contract design together. Professional designers are, of course, professionals for a reason, but there is so much you can do with the simple ways to restructure your document, to simplify the language and make use of some visual elements. And you don't have to guess what needs to be designed in your documents and contracts. There are simple ways to involve your customers in the process for research and testing. Design is ultimately a craft, which means that you can learn it by doing it. And you get better at it by doing more of it. It takes some time and effort, yes, but it is completely doable. So my answer to the skeptics is that you do have what it takes to learn contract design. I've seen this happen over and over again when working with other legal professionals just like you. But learning contract design doesn't happen by itself. What is required is work to learn the new skill set and, most importantly, a new mindset to take off to a new adventure. And whether or not you are ready and willing for that transformation, that is what we are here to find out. So what contract design lawyer looks like in practice? Based on the user research we have done for the contract design course, there are some commonalities between lawyers who do contract design. A while ago, me and my team did a customer persona for a contract design lawyer, and I thought that it would be interesting for you to hear about the characteristics. It will hopefully give you a place. It will hopefully help you to place yourself in that image and also help you to process your own desires better. First discovery we made from the data is that workplace does not define contract design lawyers. You can work in a law firm, in a corporate legal team, in a governmental agency, in your own legal business, or even be a law student and be a great fit for contract design. This was actually a surprise for me and my team, and once again showed the power of design process, because we had been labeling people based on their job titles, and we made things so complicated thinking about all these different labels and what are the differentiating factors between them. But the data showed that we can simplify our thinking, which is always a big relief. So what we discovered was that contract design lawyers work everywhere. Second discovery is that contract design lawyers want to make complex things simple for their clients. That is their priority. They acknowledge that law is too complicated for their clients, and it is their job to make it easy and simple so that the client can actually understand it. One young lawyer I interviewed said it very well. A good lawyer for me is someone who can explain complex things in a simple way. Isn't that a brilliant definition? So this discovery helped us to understand that for lawyers who want to learn to design more simple and creative contracts, the client is actually everything. Helping the client in a way that makes sense to the client, that is the key driver for a contract design lawyer. Many times identifying these key drivers behind the behaviors and decisions is so important for you as well, because your goal will keep you motivated and help you push through and prioritize when you face challenges along your learning journey. So take notice of your most important drivers. Thirdly, contract design lawyers want to make a difference. Positive change in one way or the other is on their agenda, whether it is in their own work, for their business, for their clients, in their workplace, community, or in a wider context. These lawyers understand that the way legal industry currently works is not sustainable. They also acknowledge their own role in all that and the opportunity for them to be the change. Start changing the way you do law, you start changing the entire industry, bottom up. Now, this doesn't mean that you should be a full-blown activist standing on the barricades, or that you should abandon questions of profitability and all the business considerations for your practice and concentrate on doing good for others. That's not what this discovery means. Lawyers leaning in on contract design continue to work as distinguished practitioners in the industry and can have extremely ambitious goals for growing their business. And actually, contract design will help them to achieve these goals. And at the same time, these lawyers carry the torch and walk the walk of transforming legal space to be more client-centric, creative, and human. Fourth discovery from our research is all about creativity. Contract design lawyers want to make use of their creativity at work. They want to be able to implement the right brain activities into their legal work, and creativity is at the top of that list. And if you noticed, I didn't say that contract design lawyers want to be creative or that contract design lawyers are creative. That is not the distinctive factor here. We are all creative people. You are a creative lawyer, whether you use that side of you in your work or not. But what this discovery actually means is that contract design lawyers make a creativity part of their job description deliberately. They pave the way for activities to let creativity come through and become stronger. They build their creativity muscle through action, and learning to design creative contracts is one of these deliberate actions. Okay, so there were the 3 discoveries from our own design research. Another data source I wanted to bring to the table in this discussion are the findings on different shapes of lawyers. A few weeks back, I talked about different types of lawyers and what kind of skills you need in order to navigate the uncertainty and global trends shaping the world as we know it. As a brief recap, the researchers have developed different models to describe the different shapes of lawyers and name them after letters. There are I-shaped lawyers, T-shaped lawyers, O-shaped lawyers, and even delta-shaped lawyers. For further information, you can go watch the episode number 22 of the Legal Design Thinking in Real Life. But the difference between these shapes is how well-rounded they are, how diverse their skill set is. The shapes illustrate whether a lawyer is concentrating solely on legal substance in their work, or if they also have other knowledge, practical skills, and personal traits in use. And O and delta-shaped lawyers have expertise and knowledge in law, and on top of that foundation, they are optimistic, they are open-minded, creative, collaborative, original, communicative, and entrepreneurial. They are leaders, even if they don't have any formal leadership position. As an outcome of this comparison between the different shapes, I think it's probably safe to say that lawyers having the most holistic set of knowledge and skills are a good fit for learning contract design. So now that we've built the foundation and created the idea of what contract design lawyer could look like, we're ready to dive into a quiz, which is called, Are You a Contract Design Lawyer Type? And here's how it works. I have created a set of questions that will help you to think about your own type and whether learning contract design is a good fit for you. And remember, this is supposed to be a fun exercise, so it's not scientific and you should not take it too seriously. It's just something to help you with your thought process. I have 10 questions for you to answer, and every yes answer equals 1 point. At the end of the quiz, you can count your score, and the higher it is between the range of 1 to 10, the more likely you are to be a good fit for learning contract design. Are you ready? Here are the questions. First, do you ask your colleagues and customers if they understand the content of your contracts or what their main struggles with it are? Second question, do you regularly ask for feedback from your colleagues and customers about your contracts or about working with you in general? Third question, do you use simplification in your work? For example, can you explain in simple terms how a certain legal concept works and what it means for your customer? Fourth question, do you take out pen and paper when you're explaining something to someone? Do you doodle or create simple diagrams to help understanding? Fifth question, do you enjoy working in diverse teams? Number 6, do you encourage yourself and other people to generate new ideas and try them out? Question number 7, do you experiment with new ideas in the real world? Number 8, Have you failed in trying new things? Number 9, are you able to let go of ideas and solutions that didn't work as intended? And finally, number 10, are you actively exposed to new ideas and ways of working in and out of your own industry? Did you get it? If you scored high, kudos to you. You're well set for the next steps in learning contract design. If you didn't score high, don't worry. That just means that there's that much room for improvement. Notice that the quiz did not ask you about your legal expertise and how good you are with contracts and drafting. That we take granted here. What's more important is to look at your ways of working and willingness to learn new ways of doing things. For example, one of the questions was about failing. You get a point if you have failed in trying new things. Willingness to try and failing is a sign of creativity, an open mind, and resilience to keep trying until you figure it out. If you want to do the quiz again with some more time, you can actually go watch the replay and also find the questions in the blog that comes out this week at lawyersdesignschool.com/blog. So there you have it. Some guidance to help you know if contract design is right fit for you. Now it's your turn. What did you learn today? How did you do on the quiz? Be sure to follow the next episodes where I will be sharing more insight on legal design thinking in real life. Thank you for joining today. And I'd love to hear from you, so please leave a comment or drop me a direct message to continue the discussion for happy clients and happy lawyers. Bye for now.